Hello, Virgos, and welcome to your May 2018 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here to give you guys hopefully another amazing reading for your month ahead. You're beautiful this month, despite, maybe having to take a step back and processing a lot, feeling a bit heartbroken by some things. This is truly a thriving time for you. So you're working with maybe a little bit of a manic depressive type of outset. I do sense manic depressive people around you. It's not severe, but people who are just up and down, very volatile people, and that might be rubbing off on you a little bit. This is a month where I feel you becoming more smart, more calculating, more aware of what you actually want, while at the same time seeing what's not working. So you're feeling very overworked by something, so too many work hours, too much overtime, too much devotion to a business, something like that. Your endurance might feel like it's lacking. I do feel like there's some kind of deficiency, perhaps an iron deficiency, some anemia, something like that. It feels like your energy line is not working in the most grasping way, so it feels like if you make a fist, clenching your fist too tightly causes a lightheadedness or something, and it's there's this weakness. It's time to become stronger this month. I feel that you've rested a lot over the entire year. You have that reverse Four of Swords, which is not an energy that I see very often, so I want to emphasize that. What you've been doing to rest or recuperate may not work in this new type of paradigm. It feels like you may have generated something during Saturn and Sagittarius, which was working very well, and now with the shift in energy there and all this retrograde motion, it's time to change it up a little bit. So no fad diets. I'm feeling like fasting is not good. And maybe it is for some people, but there's something that might be a bit dramatic about the way that you are prioritizing yourself. I do sense that you've prioritized yourself very well. You do have the star in your reading, although it is reversed, so you might have prioritized yourself in the way, okay, I need to eat less than 1,000 calories to be at a healthy weight, whereas it feels like you've done kind of fad things, and this may not have anything to do with your health, but in your relationship to making money or in your relationship to connecting with others. There's something very fad mentality that I'm sensing that has become almost a obsessive compulsive thing for you. And think about it. It might be in a way that you've not quite caught on to yet. I feel that Virgo has to see in May the way that things have become compulsive or the way that things have become unhealthy with the goal of health or with the goal of connection and smooth transitions. This is a month where you do have to spend quite a lot of time alone. 2 fours, 4 of cups, and 4 of swords. Lots of 3, 4s, and 5s. 2 3s, 2 4s, and a 5, and then that 9. So you're in a mid phase. You're working towards a mid phase. Not really in a beginning, not really in an end, but rather something has, gotten far, yet not where you quite want it to be. So Virgo doesn't really like to be there. Sometimes Virgo can be a bit of an instant gratification sign. You are ruled by Mercury, so you really like quick action, quick results. This is a month to really define long-term gain and long-term sustainability. Not so much a time to, get rich quick or to lose weight quick. It's how can I establish a cycle that benefits me in the long run? Also, I feel that you get more power this month. The Emperor is in your reading. It is, along with the Star, those are your 2 major arcana cards. So that can be a fame indicator. The Star reverse, that kind of pulls it back a little bit. But so for those of you who want to be in some kind of industry of notoriety, I do feel you have good luck there. You do have a platform. You have some kind of stage. You have some kind of push or pull or sway in your community or in your industry. So start to think about how through becoming healthy and through embracing a long-term type of sustainability, how you can really flourish in whatever your spotlight may be. So in week number 1 of May, Virgos, you have that 9 of Wands. You're done by 3 of Cups. So relationships. 3 of Cups has been coming up a lot. So people are celebrating. It's almost time to start thinking about vacations and, enjoying the summer. People are getting together, haven't seen each other in a long time. Something about that is tiresome to you. It's like you would rather be devoted to yourself this month. Try to not get so pulled into traditional things. Every end of May, we all go to this weekend getaway, and if it feels right, do it. But watch out for things which have become too routine and too repetitive, because you're working with that cycle that hasn't seen you very far. So cycles and patterns which have been traditional and very healing for a long time may just not feel right anymore. You're very much a changed person. Try to rest. Resting in the first week rather than in the third week is important. Try to realign yourself. So how are you guarding yourself? How's your immune system? Definitely check into that. Week number 2, you have that Five of Swords reversed, rooted down by the Star reversed. So that to me feels like a very narcissistic type of connection in your life. People who are enjoying to see you not do well. And I sense that this is more platonic than it is romantic, but for some of you, it's going to be romantic. Who is talking behind your back? Virgo, for some reason, attracts so much more gossip than any other sign. It's so strange. I do feel it to be a bit unavoidable for your sign right now in the current energetic outlay, but make sure that you're not prioritizing people who you know are tearing you apart behind your back, because it feels like a lot of people may enjoy seeing you in that star reverse sign, like really trying to thrive, really trying to work with yourself, really trying to raise that vibration, but struggling through it and feeling pain through it, and trying to rise from the ashes, and people are like, here they go again, they're so crazy. Don't give them that. Don't give them that time of day, because Virgo inspires what is said about Virgo. Because again, Virgo being ruled by Mercury, it has all to do with communication and messenger type of energy. So you're also a very self-oriented sign. So that I feel that's probably why Virgo inspires so much gossip. It's that like mercurial energy. So whatever you're putting out towards yourself, you're going to get back. Pay attention to what people say behind your back. Don't let it hurt your feelings. Be very strong. And you will learn a lot about what you need to do. It's not about taking to heart what people say about you, but it's about understanding how false it may be, or understanding through the perspective of it how it can change, and what you can do to like change yourself and not become that. Because Virgo is also, especially if you've got some Pisces or like Cancer energy, you can start to shift to like what people say. There can be like this self-fulfilling prophecy there. Anyway, Virgo, third week, you have Four of Swords reversed, rooted down by Page of Swords reversed. So lots of air energy coming in there. The answer to feeling really burned out or feeling really discouraged with things is not to go to bed. It's not to lay and cry, or it's not to really reflect right now. It will be. I feel that you have a time where this becomes better, but you've got to find like something productive. I always say like Virgo needs to like reorganize, needs to clean, needs to refurnish things, throw things out, acquire new things, delegate them when you're feeling bad. Because again, that mercurial energy it's not really like a Neptune or a Pluto energy, in the sense that it needs to like sit and long and cry about things to process. You have to like be quick, almost like a squirrel. Like I feel Virgo to be a very like squirrely type of energy sometimes. Squirrels are ruled by Mercury, by the way. So you know how like squirrels are like always like twitching and moving. You kind of got to be that way too. Always moving, always working with things, and always processing. Otherwise, your nervous system feels constrained or constricted. In the fourth week, Virgo, Three of Swords reversed, rooted down by the Emperor. So reassessing the heartbreak, reassessing authority, and reassessing how experiences with dominant people, I'm sensing dominant roles, dominant masculine figures, how that's hurt you becomes a processing period. Again, I wouldn't sit and cry about it for a long time. I really don't want to see my lovely Virgo people like, at the party being the center of attention and drinking and then talking about all of their problems and like going through it over and over again, because I feel like it's not such a great image for you anymore. People may encourage that too. It's like people may enjoy seeing you in that very vulnerable place as like a comedic thing. That's what I'm sensing with the 5 and 3 of Swords, and that's real Virgo. That's not me like sugarcoating things and making things sound nice, but I really feel that people are enjoying to watch you make a mess of yourself and then go through a very emotional processing period for comedic relief. So, watch out who you're around. 4 of Cups is your central theme. Do it by yourself if you're doing it with anyone. Don't go to parties or don't go to gatherings expecting to have like emotional purging periods. It's not a good time of year for it. There's never really a good time for that. It's like it's become catharsis rather than processing. So learn the morals on your own. Get out with nature. It feels like a very nice nature time. Get into your get by trees or growth like plants or whatever. I don't have much earth energy in my chart, so I never talk that much about nature or plants really, but I feel like it's good for you to be around that type of thing, Virgo, right now, to understand how to grow and how these cycles work. I also think that you can, what do I want to say? Accomplish much more alone by yourself. So like the book, the record, the business, whatever it is, rather than being compromised by the opinions of other people. Like, you might have like a really good idea, but it might not be right for someone who's around you. And they're like, oh, that's not a good idea. And you're like, oh yeah, that person has my best interest at heart. They're right. When you've actually kind of had like a really, really sound thought or prospect. Trust yourself, trust what's coming to you. Trust your insights, and you'll go very far this month. It's honestly like you'll get through it. Like, I have to dig a little bit to get into the difficulties there. At the same time, it feels again like a midway journey. So keep it going, Virgo. Keep this healthy. You know what's healthy. You know what's good for you. You know what's not. Like, you don't need me to say it. You don't need anybody else to say it. Otherwise, everything is just onward and forwards. Wishing you guys lots of luck, much love and light during this time. If you guys would like to check out my Patreon page, you can click the center of your screen. You can also check me out on Instagram and Twitter, in the description box, as well as how to book private sessions with me. I won't be doing so many of them in May because I've got to take a bit of time back, and you can do some of these things myself, Virgo. Anyway, like and comment on this video if you get the opportunity. I am rooting for you guys. Much love. Talk soon. Bye.